Hello gamers, it's SoftKitty99 and again we're in the Minecraft Creative Builds world. In the last episode we finished building our flower shop and we decorated the flat above and the flower shop below. Here's the interior of our flower shop, and out the back the flower shop has a small garden, and I thought we could take a look at the garden and maybe build in a small greenhouse in today's episode. So I've had a look at the little space we've got. It's quite a compact area for a garden, for a shop that we might want to use for commercial purposes, but I think we can make some use of it. I've just popped in a small step to allow access into the back of the house and shop area, and we've got a double path along the front here with two little flower beds 3 by 3 in dimension right here side by side with paths going around it. So we've got a 3 by 3 square with the path going around it next to another 3 by 3 square with a path going around it, and then we've got a nice big square area, well rectangular not square area here to build our greenhouse. So this area is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 by 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. So 7 by 11 area to build our greenhouse. We're going to need a frame in order to build the greenhouse, so I'm going to use the oak planks and go 3 high on each of the corners. 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3, and then in the center of the long one I want to go 3 tall again. So this will be a gap of 4 between the pillars. 1 2 3 4 and 1 2 3 4. And do the same on the other side. So 1 2 3 4 and then a pillar 3 tall, and check 1 2 3 4. Perfect. Now in the floor below I'd like to build a row of the wood so that we can put the glass on top of that, and the glass will not go straight into the grass. So it will look really odd if you just put the glass straight on top of the grass itself. That's just going to look strange. So I'm going to put the wood all the way around the edge of the frame like so. And now I would like to grab the glass blocks to fill in the gap between the support structure pillars of the oak wood like so, and do that on the opposite side again. And as you can see, I've built a little walkway 1 block wide of path all the way around the area for access to the outside of the greenhouse. Now at the back I would like to build it in such a way that we can actually put a door into the back of the greenhouse, and oops, that went wrong. We want a door. I would like to use let's use the oak door just to be in keeping with what we've got so far. So I would like to pop the door like so, and I think we would want to do the same at the front as well. So grab your glass blocks and build all the way around like so. So that's all filled in nicely, and now we're going to need to put in a roof structure. Now for a roof it could look very strange trying to do a roof for a greenhouse like this, which is why I grabbed hold of the oak plank structure. What we're going to need to do is make a frame. So on either side here we come in and up one. So in and up one, in and up one. So we've got a little V shape like so. Now it doesn't look connected, but we'll work on that in a minute. So what we do is make our little triangle, and we'll do that again on the middle here as well. So come in and up diagonally 3 times, and then do the same on the opposite side, diagonal like so. Grab your oak stairs and put these on top of the corners like so, so that it will look like it's all connected like that. See the difference there? It's not connected, it looks strange, but here it now looks connected. And then put the stairs down on the and again I'm building, and my trees are in my way again. Wherever I build there's always a tree in my way. Oops, that didn't work, because that is, did we get it? Yes, we got it that time. And then the final one over here, see, connected, not connected. Let's connect that up like so. That looks so much better, doesn't it? And then grab the slab in the oak and run that all the way along the top to connect all of the supporting structures together like so. I think that gives you the view of what you need to do. Let me just come down a little bit so you can see from the end. And there's the side, so that you can see the 3 supporting structures all connected at the top with the planking. And now I'm sure you can guess what we need to do. We need to grab the glass blocks and fill it in the end, and then across where you've got the full blocks on the diagonal you can pop the glass blocks in so that it fits. You see, if you didn't do it that way, if you put it where the stairs are, then it just looks really strange from the side, so that just looks wrong. Whereas if you put it where the full blocks are, it actually looks so much better. So that's why I've chosen to do it in such a way. I mean, you can build your own greenhouse any way you want, of course, but I just think this looks so much better. Like that, just like that. And then we can put this across there like so, and then come down to the sides and put the bits in. In fact, let's go inside the structure so that we're not trying to deal with the trees. It might just be easier to pop it in from here. There we go. See? Now I've not got to deal with these trees being in my way. That way I can leave the trees in, because I think the trees look really good in the garden. So there's the basic structure of the greenhouse. You can of course do the front door in a different way. You don't have to do... If we take an extra couple of blocks out, you could use the glass pane and put a door at the side like so, and then bring it forward like so, so that it looks like you've got glass doors that are open onto the garden like that. Personally, I don't like using the 2 different glasses for the texture. You need to use the glass pane if you're going to use the open door strategy. Personally, I prefer having like a solid wooden door, because it just looks more like it can open and close and keep the heat inside the greenhouse. But that's a personal preference thing, so you decide which way you would like to do it yourself. Now for inside, I'd like to grab some podzol and run a row of podzol along the edge of the greenhouse on both sides like so. Then we can put some plants in that. Excuse me. And then in the centre I'd like to use the oak planks, come one away from the door and put 3, come one away from the door and put 3, and then you can get through in the centre and walk around the edges. I've got the bounce. If you've got the bounce turned off, you can actually walk down the aisles without bouncing on top of the pieces. And then I'd like to change the pathing. Oh, now I've gone and done it, haven't I? Because now I've took the door out. I've got the half slab there. I could have used just full slab. I'm going to just make paths all the way along. You can of course leave the grass inside as the pathing, but I prefer having something a little bit more permanent as a path structure. And I'm going to have to put the doors back in because I decided to move the wood out in favour of the path. Let's put my door back. Door. Thank you. And finish off my pathing. 1, 2, nearly done. Alright, did we put the path everywhere? Yes, we did. And now we can think about what we're going to do for our... You can also, of course, use the trapdoor to make your podzol beds look a little bit more finished off along the side like so. So they're slightly more like planters. You will see the podzol from the outside because of where I've put the glass, of course, but you can make it look that little bit more finished off on the interior, rather than making it look like the ground is miraculously, the compost is miraculously staying put. Now it's actually held in place, so it actually looks a little bit more sensible. Now we've got a lot of plants to put inside. So on the edges, I think we could use the, like we did inside the house, we can use the saplings of the different types of trees. So if we grab one of each of those, and then we've got little ferns and we've got big ferns. Where's the big ferns? So let's start with those, and you can either run them as a row just along the edge, or you can alternate. So let's start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and let's have a big fern at each side there to separate that off, and a little fern at the side there. Then let's get the big plants. Which big plants do we have? We don't have a lot of big plants, do we? The sunflower sometimes is the wrong, goes in the wrong direction, which is kind of sad. Right, so let's see. That's all the tall plants. Let's pop some of these on the end. Let's see which way the sunflower is going to face. Oh, if we put that first, then you can see the flower from the front of the greenhouse. That might work quite nicely, actually. Number 1, lilacs. Number 2, rose bushes. Number 3, peonies. And that beautifully fills up the two sides of the greenhouse. Just like that. And then on the centre, I think you can already guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab the pot. Let's clear all that off. Let's grab the pot, which is here, and then we want 6 different flowers, don't we? So if we use the poppy, the oxeye, the allium, the azure bluet, and let's use the orange tulip. That's 6, isn't it? That's 6, yes. So if we pop in the 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 4. Oh, no! That was silly. Now I've gone and lost one of my pots. We'll have to put that back. To block that. That's it. There we go. So there we have the interior of our greenhouse, like that. And I'm rather proud of it, if I say so myself, which I do. There we go. And if we come out here, then we have our little flower beds. Now we have a choice. You can turn all of this into podzol, or you can leave it as grass. I think I might turn it into podzol. So if we go podzol, and then we're going to want some plants. We're going to want the taller plants, of course, because we're outside and we can pop them in there. Let's use 1, 2, 3 of those, and maybe something small. How about the I always like to use the azure blue. I really do like to use that, and perhaps a daisy. Maybe we'll see which we want to use. So I'm going to take these out and put the podzol in, so that we've got the flower bed again. And if you've got a bigger space for your garden, you can of course make it more ornate if you've got the space. Extend your garden design. I'm going to just pop that in like so. Right in the centre I'm going to pop a rose bush. Then I'm going to grab the peony and put that front and back. Whoops, no, not there, front and back. And then the lilac I'm going to put to the two sides. So we've got the big interior section, then the azure blue at the front, and the daisy at the back, like so. And that is my little ornate flower bed for the shop. And that is my beautiful garden with my greenhouse for my shop. I hope that you've enjoyed today's episode. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. From Soft Kitty 99, goodbye and happy gaming!